Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games with the next part of the DEI Cimmeria campaign. Here we are holding Kath against the Wanderers of the Vast Steppe. The game thinks we're not going to win. I think this is going to be a very easy victory. I don't think it'll be a bloodless victory. I think we'll definitely lose a lot of troops to all of their missile cav. However, I am not expecting defeat. They only have one easy choke. What the hell? My Thracians look very odd right now. Why do they look that way? So the Thracians, the warriors, are supposed to have a side profile like my hoplites, but with like holding out just what? Weird. Do they always have those shields? Very strange. Very strange. Okay. So, apparently, they've actually had their missile cav dismount. So, a large amount of their cav dismount so that way they can actually besiege the walls. That's interesting. And all of the ones they chose, most of the ones they chose to dismount were their archer cavalry. So that means they only have a very small archer contingent, which means if we can use our superior archer advantage, we could probably win this battle pretty handily. Our hoplites are the only ones that we can really make use of to hold the walls for us. That's what we're gonna have. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to rely on other units to try and hold the gates. Baggage trail, just plop over here just in case. The young war horses, I want to basically kind of be positioned in such a way that they might be able to respond to potential like enemy horse threats, and maybe they actually break through a gate somewhere. I want them to be positioned in such a way that they can react to that effectively. So I'm going to spread them out. These guys, meanwhile, I want to be more positioned to try and just deal with the inevitable break-in that I say inevitable, likely event of an enemy break into our defenses. I have my general back here more. Grandpa Wars, we'll have one over there, and I'll have like one over here, I guess. Elephants being back here. As for archers, I'm going to place them strategically around the area to try and cause some whatever problems I can with the enemy. Make use of our superior missile situation now that a lot of those missiles are on ladders to basically try and maybe negate any potential advantage they may have. Where can I place deployables? Apparently I could place them in such a way that they're actually a problem for them breaking into our gates. That's actually awfully convenient, especially on any side gates that they may choose to break in. And then might as well barricade the odd entrance or exit here, just to make it less likely that they get around me without me realizing it. There's only 2 gates to the settlement, so only 2 ways they can get in or out. So blocking off one of them with deployables and the other one with troops. I like that. Actually, your general's giving a speech, I think. Let's listen.
Stained with their blood and glorified with our own. Not one step backwards.
Where's the general? Is this the I'm still not sure which one's the general. Is it this guy? He looks fancy, but I feel like he doesn't look like more unique than anyone else. Maybe it's this guy. I actually don't know which one's the general. Like in older games, it'd be like always the guy on this left side here. But I don't think it has the same rule. Maybe he's in the set. Maybe this is the most centralmost guy here. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting if they would show us. Unless I kind of forgot we had this. This is honestly a pretty cool thing. Oh my gosh, I need to react to this. No, wait, no, those guys don't have ladders. Never mind, we're good. Yep, they are indeed trying to break down the gates.
Step archers! Loose! Battle! Ready and eager! Step archers!
The poor baggage train's getting kind of slaughtered. We need to run them away. They seem to have given up on the ladders here. So I'm going to run this hoplite unit. Actually, I probably should run our healthiest hoplite unit over here. And I'm going to bring the rest of my guys. I'm going to start following them back away from the walls now. Because they no longer need to be there. And I'm going to actually move our archers to take their place. That way, when they're trading blows with the enemy archers, they'll have the advantage of cover. I like how our bag train's literally running away so they can get murdered. Like, why are you running away outside of the settlement when you can run away to the safety of inside the settlement? That's ridiculous. So that's how our baggage train's gonna get wiped out, basically. What's the reform the line do? Oh, that's interesting. The archers are now perfectly positioned to trade with the enemy archers. So yeah, it looks like there's no fear from this direction, so I'm going to move these guys up a bit more. Yeah, these guys are getting pretty beat up now by my archers. However, I would prefer my archers to focus fire on the enemy archers instead of the enemy melees, because this battle is going to be decided more about based on the enemy's archer units than their melee boys. Because their melee boys aren't really going to be able to punch through my defenses with my spirit holding a choke point. They're going to do a pretty dang good job, I would say. But as you can see, the enemy archers are getting quite slaughtered, comparatively speaking, compared to us. Even that one's going down. And the gates, though, are destroyed. Looks like they're actually trying to take their time to destroy the barricades. The stuff that's holding them up. Change targets, boys. So you guys are good. Focus on those guys now. Show them who's boss. Now, it looks like that one's about to go down and break. Perfect. Which one are you guys going for? It looks like you're focusing the same target. You're focusing that one, I think. Yeah, you're focusing that one. Perfect. I like it. Yeah, those ones are broken. Folks start focusing on these guys. Now, these guys are now running out of ammunition now. They've done their due diligence. I'm going to follow them back now to safety. I'm going to have these guys take their position up on the walls. Oh, those guys are spearmen. Don't bother with them. Focus on those ones. Perfect. Step archers down. You guys are out of ammunition. Let's just follow you guys back to safety. Oh no, my horse boys need to fall back. They're getting kind of beat up by the enemy arrows. It's only one unit too, which is making it even worse. Oh, they are very light infantry. They are shielded, but I guess that doesn't count for too much when it comes to repeated fire. Alright, let's take this next unit up here. We're gonna bring it up. What the hell? Why are there two hoplite units here when I only ordered one to be here? It's a bit strange, but oh well. Fire at the enemy! Alright. It looks like it might be about time to send in our Indian war elephants here. Oh, I kind of forgot these guys had our arrows. I'm not gonna lie. I really did forget about that. Actually, I didn't even know they did. Well, even less than I didn't remember. I just didn't even know they had that as an option. And one of the advantages of having my non-horse arch is the fact that they should be able to hold more arrows, and there's more of them, which means they can do a lot more damage. Yeah, this battle is good as one now. It is unfortunate that we still are going to suffer quite a lot of losses here, which means that this army is not going to be able to advance any further. It's just going to now have to hold its position essentially until it gets replaced. That's what's going to happen. I have these guys take their place on the walls. That way they have the better range and defensive position. Yep, those guys are starting to break due to army losses now. I'm starting investing my... Apparently I can't continue the battle, I have to just end it. Okay, never mind. Yep, I didn't lose too many troops. I only lost about 270 men. Like, and most of it was the baggage train, I'm pretty sure. Our operates did get pretty beat up too. And these guys hit by arrows more than I realized. Overall good for us. Defeated the army without too much difficulty. We should be able to hold out against another army of this caliber, of this nature without any issues. Yeah, our Scythian armored archers though were the true heroes of this battle. They just slaughtered all of the enemy archers. As you can see, all those guys with bows, they barely got any kills. There's like a couple of them got only 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, actually, yeah, 5 of them got into the double digits. And of those who got in double digits, only one of them broke 40 kills. I mean, I didn't count the general, but he was focused on my young horses, and I didn't realize that they were so weak to his arrow fire. Anyways, a good, easy victory there. It's what I like to see. I don't know how the situation is going to come down to now. The baggage train is probably going to be wiped off the face of the planet. Honestly, I might see what my recruitment options are and, like, merge some troops and recruit new ones in their place. Wait. Did I just see that I had positive food? What the hell? I think I just saw positive food, guys. I don't know. Yeah, after multiple turns of our guys starving, we might have finally become positive on terms of the food, which would be a huge boon in our favor in this war. Then hopefully, let's see it, please, game, give it to me. Yes, we have positive food now. You know, fortunately for the Grand Brave Company, it's a little late for them, but for the rest of us, this is a godsend. Let me destroy this, get rid of the slums. Apparently I can't get rid of the slums, though. Unless there's slums that, yeah, Taquana. I mean, you're under siege, Taquana. There's nothing I can really do about your slums or anything. But this does mean that now that we have positive, now that we don't have negative food anymore, I can finally start recovery. However, we're gonna have to be very careful when it comes to food and everything for a while still. In a few turns, some of our more fruit producing stuff will finish their upgrades, so that will be a good help for us. As you can see, our income has dropped quite a lot, both the fact that we're starting another army, but also some of the ways that I did fix our food problem was by sacrificing, where's that army I'm looking for? Impersonators? No, personators. They got further than I thought they would be. Well, so we're keeping the Roman impersonators moving eastward. Now, where is that army that I kept forgetting about, but I finally remembered existed near the end of the episode last time? Is it over here still? No, no, it's not there. Okay, I think we have to find it. Oof, I'm super happy. I hope this food holds for a while. Cleopatra is now got some nice bonuses. Might as well get some public order and wealth, especially because this area has been known for rebellions, so might as well keep that down as much as possible. I do like that bonus food option, but apparently I can't get it. And get the tax rate up. Might as well make some money out of this situation. Yeah, 2 rank is too low for that. You know, I do like that. I want that, but rank is again too low. I wonder if I could just hold out on this upgrade and just like not touch anything. Alright, so centaurs. You over here, no, five specialists, you're over here. Centaurs. You're over here starving, apparently. Attrition, disease, suffering. The Roma impersonators are over here. The brave companions are being rebuilt over here. Odysseus Wonders is up here. I must be missing an army. Ares Dread, there they are. Honestly, should probably send them against Bomb. If I say take Bomb, and then push Nephrata, and kind of just cut off the south of Baktria, and protect my allies at the same time, I think that would be a good idea. But there's going to be attrition if I go this way, apparently. Because of the desert. It's only for a couple turns. This way is the safer option for my troops. Because I'm less like susceptible to problematic situations, if I do say so myself. Alright, let's end a turn. So there's nothing really I can do right now, unless maybe I can diplomacy somebody. Nobody would want a diplomacy. Factions. Let's secure loyalty. Because we don't want the... Apparently we still have a 0% risk of a civil war, however... We want to keep our loyalty up because, as we can see, the enemy factions are not the most loyal right now, but we want to keep the Fanagrade nobility, who are a very strong army. They're in Tushpa, so that's a general. That's a governor. Basically, he's getting a lot of... I assume this faction is probably getting a lot of gravitas as a result of the fact that this guy is a governor. This guy, I think, is either governor or he's been sitting in the north comfortable. But I can just imagine, like, the life of a soldier in the north is basically like, this is so boring. All we do is sit here. And meanwhile, it's like, you guys are literally on the, like, keeping the barbarian hordes out. If you guys aren't here, who knows what would happen? It's like, but it's still so boring. It's probably how, probably what they would do. No doubts about it. Oh, as you guys can might tell with the lighting, this is a late night recording because yesterday, due to my plans yesterday, I ended up not being able to record in the morning, and didn't end up recording last night like I planned. So it's Monday night now, recording this video. Then I'll set it to encode, and then bedtime. Oh, brush my teeth first, and then bedtime. But still. I'll do my best to keep my energy up the whole time. Oh, I played a little bit of some Guild Wars 2 this morning. The expansion came out. I was originally not going to get it, but I decided to give Guild Wars 2 one more chance since I already put a lot of time into it. It's not like it hasn't been good to me in the past. So I decided that, you know what, screw it, let's give it a try. And so far, the expansions look beautiful. I haven't done much of the story beyond just getting to Cantha itself, and I won't spoil it for any of you guys who might be playing Guild Wars 2 right now. I like one of the NPCs, which is good, because I usually don't like the NPCs they introduce. So they're kind of annoying, especially when you're supposed to be your friends, and they're main characters in the story, and you're just like, go away. Stop existing. And this guy, he might be a consistent character, I'm not sure, but so far he's just a guy that we're interested. I assume he's probably going to come up again, considering, like how plots tend to go, but we'll see. Looks like we might have a siege of one of our minor settlements. Hopefully it's been a long enough time for that minor settlement to have an army. However, the food situation would have helped with the garrison situation, so might not have a garrison. I mean, I'm not going to give you money for non-aggression pact, friend. I'm sorry. You're too far away for me to give two shits about what you think. I'm tempted to accept this peace treaty, but they're also worth my allies, so I'm going to... And I think they have a settlement I want anyways, so it's like, wipe them out kind of situation. Got some attrition. Now we're back to food shortage, unfortunately. However, in one more turn, like, it's quite saddening the fact that I'm now back at food problems when I had such a bright hope for a moment ago. I'm gonna take this out real fast. Don't want them draining any what little food I have. I'm gonna auto-resolve it real fast. Too bad I can't take on the enemy. Let's see.
You have further orders? Your next command?
Putting down these rebels will make it so you should have accepted the mercy of death, fools. Unslave you guys who have made the mistake of running from your companions when they needed you the most. So far, it's been good for melee skilled. Let's see. I don't think I get for middle spearmen, though it is honestly not a bad option. The melee defense is honestly very good. I'll get this one because it gives better stats for all units. Public order bonus is nice. Frontier garrison's good for the bonus movement. Perfect. Replenishment increase rate is exactly what I need. And I would like the bonus movement range because it needs to be able to move ASAP. It looks like we have something going on now. What is this? Oops, no, it's not character. It'd be requires attention. There we go. Our people have become lustful and hedonistic. They can only have pleasure in failing to give the gods the respect they deserve. Sacrifice a hecatomb. Sanctions. Sanctions. We can't sacrifice bulls. We need the food. Apparently, killing those guys have successfully fixed our food problem for now. However, that will be a big drain on our food right there for the short term. It's so sad to see this army. I'm gonna have to pull it away from Marv. I hate to have to do it, but this army is in no fit state if somebody attacks it. I'd rather not lose another army today. I just have to rely on that Roman impersonators when they inevitably get over here. And of course the Ares Dread too. Unfortunately, Ares Dread will not reach in time to save Arcatokawana. Thingy my bobbers. However, I think it will be just fine. I will have to wait a few turns before I can upgrade you. Did I? Yeah, when I get this done, I can start upgrading those buildings, make more food, and things of that nature, which I am very much looking forward to being able to do. What I'm doing now may not balance out the food properly, but I am hopeful in the long run I'll be seeing it a good light. Get that upgrade more food, more everything. And then need to start doing Kath is starting to convert the population to Hellenistic. I don't mind having some step influence, because it's always nice. As you can see with the Scythian archers, those are very nice units. Rome, we could have been trading together. We could have been friends, but instead you have chosen war. once I'm done with Baktria and the steps, it'll be... I'm tempted to fight this because I actually have a garrison army, apparently. So I think I might just fight this one, because I actually have a better chance now than I did before at actually winning this battle, which is funny because there was an army in here before. And I won't win, but at least I shouldn't win. I'd be amazed if I do. However, what this will allow me to do is gravely weaken the enemy, hopefully to the point where Larry's Dread will be able to take it no problem. But it looks like they have some axemen, like 1, 2, 3 axemen. Looks to be some archers. Only two archers besides those cowboys. So it's not too bad there. So it looks like they're going for the gate that's nearest to the center here. So what we're gonna do is they're really going for those walls. I was gonna say maybe we can maybe we can hold the walls and cause some problems that way, but I'm like, ooh. My men are strongest off of the wall. However, their men are probably even stronger off of the wall than ours is. I'm a little reluctant to fight off of the walls. However, maybe if I hold, especially because of the fact that they will have a cav advantage once they break through, because their cav is a little bit better at the end. Oh no, this is their general. He's not a cavalry man. So our cav can get some stuff done. However, this is a heavy missile cav, which means it's probably also a good shock cavalry. Yeah, they're definitely playing a little bit. It's funny, these guys are actually playing smarter than before too. I'm thinking I honestly might just fall back here and hold, because they're not going for the gates at all. They're going straight for the walls, and there's nothing I can really do to hold the walls against overwhelming forces like that. I said it last time, and I did a pretty decent job. That's great. Let's just hold the walls, make the battle end quickly in our favor, or against us. Probably be against us, but. Yeah, let's see. I want this general guy to be on the border here. Something like that should be good. Give them a good way to defend each other. Give them some local citizens in the weak spots. And then we're going to use these guys to try and... these guys will need to be on fire will off. And I'm going to have these guys fire into the breaches when they pop up. And by doing that, I'm hoping to try and maximize their effectiveness in combat. Basically, is what I'm trying to do with this. Come at me, bros. No towers on this one, which is interesting. I wonder why not. Maybe I kind of assumed it was just every gate gets towers, but except for this one. That's just alright. maybe they found the weak point in the city, after all.
At your service.
Light infantry, ready!
We await your
I'm
command.
moving these guys over here so that way they can potentially hold the tower more effectively. That way it can maximize its damage output. I'm gonna move the mob over and respond, and also move my general over to match it too. Basically, I'm trying to match where the enemy is ending up, basically.
Infantry's ready!
Something's going on with those towers. It's very interesting there. That one, no, that one's not gonna break. I was like, maybe that one's gonna break. No, it's only 34% fire damage. It's not really in danger. I'm actually gonna bring this cab over here though, because I'm a little bit concerned what's going on right there. Okay, the enemy is completely ignoring the gatehouse right now. I mean, probably for the best, though. Apparently the AI just is like, you know, I want this one. No, you. No, what? No, my game just. The game crashed. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I don't quite know where we are right now. It's after I moved the Ares Dread, after I beat up the rebels and beat up that guy. But before Taquano's attack, maybe it's the end turn before. I don't know if there's anything I've missed doing, but I otherwise would have done. I don't. As far as I can tell, the answer's no to that. So I think I can end the turn without any issues. Probably we'll have to fight the battle of Artacawana again, but you know, something that's not the end of the world to do. A bit awkward if it crashes again, but let's hope it doesn't happen again. You know what happens when you've been playing a campaign for a long time? Some of the mods get determined to be out of date, and because they're considered to be out of date, it's starting to make the game run a little bit odd. Unfortunately, once this campaign ends, I need to clean up my mod list and for Rome 2. See what's not updated, what is, what I can keep, what I can't keep. It's a shame because I liked all the mods I'm running. Well, let's fight this battle out like we planned. I should have pressed that quick save button. I forgot to press quick save. I mean, I still have the same autosave that I used to. Thank goodness for autosave, by the way. But I definitely should have pressed quick save there. That way, we didn't have to go through the whole, you know, and part of that whole part of the intro sequence again. I guess technically you guys won't have to, but I will, because probably just like, you know, restart the video after the battle starts next time. Yeah, they're still picking the same side, so it's gonna be the same strategy as before, just less well thought out by us. Wait, they're not over here. Wait, no, they're in a different spot now. Never mind. I was not expecting that, actually. I was expecting them to be a bit more, I was expecting the edge to be basically like, yeah, the same spots are fine. Filling the gaps with, spearmen. And then the rabble fill the rest. And then bring the cav over. Put in the archers where I think they might be useful. We'll see how useful they end up being, but I'm hopeful. I think that's everybody where they're supposed to be, except for you. Apparently I missed one unit of hoplites. Now I'll put them over here for now. This unit might need to move around depending on how the enemy pan ends up going. Whoa, what is going on over here? This unit's kind of going a little bit wild. No, don't stop. Wherever you do it. Trying to see if I can select the tower and have the tower destroy that, focus on destroying that siege tower, because that'd be nice if it could. But if it can't, it's understandable. Honestly, this actually provides us the perfect opportunity to try and kill a unit real fast at the beginning, so that's why I move my general around. That's not exactly how I wanted that to go, but that's fine. Squish them, boys! Squish them! Now what's going on over here? Our general's under attack. I know! I planned for this. Apparently somehow this tower is being capped despite the fact that we should clearly have this number superiority right now, but... So we won't be able to activate the majority of our archers yet. However, they should be coming to play slowly but surely. Let's see. Yep, archers now perfectly placed to fire upon these guys up on the wall. So these guys should be deleted pretty effectively, though I'm still amazed about how, for some reason, this small unit capped this from two other units that are equivalent of size to it. But you know, game logic is game logic. Yeah, rabble or start a waver, no surprise there. The only problem is that does leave opens of the sections of the wall now open to enemy attack. I can make use of my archers, however, in this exact situation to lay down hellfire if I can actually select the unit I want them to kill. Squish them, boys! I mean, there's archer fire and is surrounded. I think it should die pretty effectively. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I'm no game designer, so I can't tell you exactly. I'm gonna get these down to the walls to here and get ready to clear out the enemy. But this mob assist down here. These guys shattered, actually. I'm surprised that they went full on shattered now. Yeah, the walls have fallen, basically. Except for this one section where we won. Through superior strategy and manpower, basically. That's the story I'm going with. For how we won this fight is superior manpower and strategy. Now I'm going to use my archers to just fire up on the walls, essentially. Actually, you can fire right into these guys' back, so I think about it. These guys may be spearmen, but these have, you know, they're not quite, they're a little bit outnumbered, and I did charge into them, so hopefully that'll be enough to kind of start killing that unit there. That's a thing. That's the thing that is happening. Kill them! Yeah, that's a problem. Thankfully, they're not doing anything yet, so at the very least, we are able to get some free pot shots into them. Our men are wavering is very much an accurate statement right now. But just bowl over those guys real fast to try and get a charge off on these guys before they have a chance to get to my archers. So my archers are basically my key to victory as things stand. Oh, these guys are about to break. Which is unfortunate, however. Thankfully, they did not break. And they're able to stand firm while we now fire into the rear ends of these guys over here.
Orders, my lord. Kill these guys.
And the battle is basically over at this point, but now it's it's mostly just how many get my archers killed before they ended up getting wiped out. Victory is not ours, however, we did kill about 311 men and wiped out 1 unit of spears on their end. I think that's, you know, a victory in of itself. Especially considering the fact that the enemy was a lot better prepared than us. Rome has grown since its humble beginnings and is now overwhelmed by its own greatness. Livy, Roman historian, 59 BC to 17 AD. So he lived through the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. That guy knows some stuff. She knows. So we're gonna lose Artacoana most likely, which means that, well, Ares Dread will basically, their main task will be recapturing Artacoana for us. If they start looking like they're going for Marv, I really do want to hold Marv, if possible, but it's a bit hard with an army that's basically been destroyed by disease, you know, and famine only just finishing. One thing I don't like is the fact that, like, the supply lines considers it disease, so I don't know if it's actually a disease or if it's you know, supply lines, because I don't think that army actually had a supply carrier. Apparently they're not actually going to capture Artacoana, which is interesting. They're just repeatedly sacking it. Bit of a strange move on their part, but okay. I'll basically demolish and rebuild. Actually, they don't either liberate it or capture it. And it confuses me. The AI confuses me, basically. Well, Ares Dread will have to finish off what remains of that army before making its way over. I mean, I don't mind it. Knossos, though, if any of my enemies locate you from you're basically dead, so, you know, live long and prosper, I guess. Yeah, I think that they're peace now they're saying an army. I'm gonna quick save this real fast. I'm just gonna auto-resolve because I think our garrison should just win it, but if I can't auto-resolve it, then I'm just going to find out myself. Because it's a situation where I could very easily win the battle myself, but if the auto-resolve is gonna be a problem, then I'm gonna just do it myself. Annoying Palmyran rebel scum. Settlement was sacked. Is his army now recovered? It's now, well, I should say, it's now in the process of recovering. Now that we have a big food surplus, as a bunch of my food buildings are now getting completed. As Artacoana has actually been taken by Aryan rebels. Well, basically means we'll need to retake Aria. Ares Dread and the Roman Impersonator is almost there. Roman Impersonator is a little bit further behind, but they're making progress. Public order negatives. We're fine on public order for now. Apparently I have enough of food surplus that I'm going to start using my anti-banditry buildings and start building those up. Because those do cost food, however, they are very useful. Granator. I'm going to build Granator because it gives some food, but also help with banditry to help outweigh the wheat problems, I'm hoping. So I can build this up now. I'm not going to build up my towns quite yet, though I want to. I want to see how the food situation ends up being for the next couple turns. These guys are still out of it for a few turns. I guess they're not Even though they won, they're not quite recovering. These guys are recovering, though. But it'll take them 3 turns to do so, at least. Fortify stance, we'll still keep that 3 turns. However, what if I just plop myself in Nissa real fast? 2 turns only for this army to be ready. That's fine with me. Ares Dread will arrive here just in time. So basically the only problem might be is Marv might be attacked in the meantime, but they won't make it in 1 turn. So basically if I see them move towards Marv, then I can very easily move this army to Marv. And I hopefully in 1 turn it's recovered enough to present up a reasonable threat to whatever the enemy will throw at them. That's almost done. And Palmyra is quite happy apparently with the Rebellion army just sitting there. This armor, I think, is done, isn't it? Yep, it's now done. I'm going to have these guys sate their blades on the blood of rebels before they make their way east. I have enough money to finance another army, but I'm going to wait for this one to finish, because then it'll give me additional recruitment options, and I think that'll be interesting to see. That one will also drain our food, so basically that's one reason why I don't want to immediately spam all of our buildings that cost food, because I want to slowly roll those out and make sure that everything's just fine. But honestly, what's nice about making an army in Syria is that while Syria is making armies, it does make it so that the West will always have an army. But yeah, once we conquer Baktria, that will mean I'll just leave 1 army in the east to keep an eye, because I do eventually want to go into Scythia. However, if we can, remove them as a potential threat, essentially is what I want to do. But then focus the majority of my armies against our current enemy of Rome, instead of making another army enemies. Just kill the ones you already have, basically, is what I'm going for. I'm going to keep the importing food edicts for a while, just so that way I don't have to panic, span them again. So they're like, that's an army! I'm getting out of here! That's basically what they thought, right? And Marv is at least going to be a nice food-producing area for now, it looks like. So it was a good conquest. Arya is sending an army here, actually. That's not the faction I was expecting to send forces my way. I'm not gonna lie. Rebellion imminent Mesopotamia. Mesopotamians are so pissy. For no good reason. You people have problems. Yeah, lots of squalor buildings. Mostly because all the food producing buildings are squalor buildings, so it's like, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, this public order per turn for my Temple of Artemis is not enough. Neither is one from Poseidon. I honestly kind of forgot that I had a thing to Poseidon here, so maybe I'll change it to something that provides more public order. Let's do that. And that's all this one's good for, is sanitation and public order. Other ones have like some benefits of their own. For example, Poseidon himself is naval recruitment cost bonus and athletic culture, convolution stuff. But like I would go for Athena for the research bonus. However, I'm looking at that +8 bonus from the Grove of the Nymphs, and I'm like, is that research rate really worth it? If I'm being honest. What? Oh, my allies wiped them out for me. Oops. I almost declared war on my own ally there. That would have been a bit awkward. Yeah, is that even an army? It's a very weak army. I'll just move this army in the direction of Marv and close enough to reinforce it, and that should be enough to scare them off. Well, I'm all more than happy to, play and, and fight you guys. It's a bit of a problematic to do so right now. Yeah, we definitely need something like Marv was definitely converted into make food, make me lots of food. So definitely will need to be need to kind of balance it out with other things. Apparently this one, oh, never already built. Why did I build this again? Banyan tree is quite nice. I can make up for public order bonuses, though that does consume food. I really do like that, but let's see. And this one we'll make the, honestly, Sacred Grove is probably best for this settlement. For public order bonuses and sanitation and everything is probably for the best. I don't know how good at agriculture this place is going to be, but I'm thinking of leaning towards the happiness section instead. Now, this library is pretty nice, you know, given the research rates. But public order is probably going to be a problem in this area if I don't do anything to counteract it. Average populace, no surprise there. The year in history, 235 BC. If you guys wish to read it, I'm going to just do a quick scroll down. For you guys who wish to pause and read it on your own leisure at home. Ares Dread has arrived on the scene and is ready for war. The Roma impersonators are very eagerly passing through our capital region here, on their way as well. Tushpa still has 20 banditry. However, I would like to. Tushpa actually has very low banditry, thankfully. Now, due to the things I've added to it. This one also further reduced that to almost 0 banditry, which I like. I think I can start upgrading things now. Taking, a little bit at a time, not too fast, all at once kind of situation. That's what got us in our current predicament. Damn, this is a lot of food for some of these ones. I'm also going to keep an eye on the food cost of the ones I do end up upgrading. Because that would also be a situation to keep in mind. One more turn, I think this one will be ready to go for war. No, now it's attrition based. I think the problem is Marv for attrition, because it is an outrage it's winter. Marv. I think the problem for Marv is the fact that this army... No, it has a baggage train. Maybe Marv just is diseased. Maybe that's why. I guess it's the only reason I could think of about why having just so much problems. Oh, look at the time. So I guess that's the over the entrance cycle. I will say, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the video, press the like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. And if you want to hit that notification bell for when my videos go live. It's going to be going live. Usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday for now. Mondays is going to be my videos with Jess. Wednesdays is this series, as you guys are seeing right now. Fridays is Guild Wars. It is funny is that, only 2 weeks after the Canthan campaign goes through, I'll be playing through factions on a brand new character. I'm going to be looking forward to doing that. That'll be a lot of fun, I think. And of course, actually, for this whole month, I pre-recorded a series of my Napoleon playthrough, continuing that one, and I've also recorded. Who is?
Swinish people will threaten us soon enough. So, my lord.
No, I'm not going to pay you to do that. So basically, for this whole month, I pre-recorded a a Grand Cathay campaign releasing on Thursdays, which has already started releasing as of this video recording, and I started a Napoleon playthrough. I continued it. So basically, they're all covered for the month of March. I think Napoleon might be missing might not be the full month, but at the very least, the other one will be. So basically, a little extra content for this month since I used my week off to do that. Cultural understanding, I do like that. Let's do syncretism. Rebellion in Dissa. It's unfortunate, like, the moment we go into Marv, this army starts losing stuff for some reason. It's weird. Well, might as well wipe this army out. And you're dead. Get wrecked, mate. But goodbye, guys. That's gonna be the end of the video here. I'm going to besiege Artacawana because I can't. Never mind. Let's get this. Let's not. Let's just get back to our land here and pretend we didn't see what we just saw. All right. Goodbye, guys. That's a fun way to end it.